Hey everyone, it's Jeannie here. Today I am glad to be joined by stand-up comedian Tim Hawkins, known for his musical parodies and clean content. Honestly, if you've ever heard any type of musical parody that involves either Chick-fil-A, most recently Starbucks, and Jesus, this is the guy behind it. Tim, thank you so much for chatting with us.
You're welcome, and I will take all the fans I could get. So whatever I have to do to get attention, because I've tried everything else, and comedy just kind of works.
Well, it's working out pretty good for you. We're talking this today about your fall tour, the Tim Hawkins live in concert tour. We're so happy that you're going to be on the road. I can't even imagine to think of what we're going to expect. So, talk about that and just kind of gearing up for that and what can we expect?
Yeah, well, I used to do. I'm getting older now, so I've got to slow it down a little bit. So we kind of concentrated. What I used to do 100 dates a year, now I'm doing like about 40. So it's kind of I have a little more rest. So I come to these tours a little bit more with more energy and a little more uh, you know a little more passion, and it's really a lot of fun. I think when in the first part of your career as a comedian, you're always trying to grind it out and trying to prove yourself. And now, after many years of doing it, I feel more comfortable, and just the shows are they have just a more relaxed hangout feel. Just like a, these strangers are in my living room. This is really who I am. Um, it's just real comfortable, and I think the shows are better than they've ever been. So I'm excited to go back out and have some fun.
Yeah, well, we cannot wait. Um, I always love. I've never seen you live. I always love just watching your videos on social media, and
Yeah.
that's kind of how I came across you, probably on in a YouTube video. But you're absolutely entertaining and hilarious. So, can you talk to just the
Thank you.
power of comedy? We're going through crazy dark times in our country, in the world. It's really hard to stay encouraged. Talk about the power of comedy in these times.
Sure. Well, I think that comedy that I've learned, it's taken me a while to learn that comedy is not about being witty. It's not like a magic trick. It's not, it's the laughs come and the bigger laughs come from when you're relating to somebody. When you say something that people can relate to. And I think that's what people are looking for. And that's what people respond to. That's whether it be through comedy, through music, they're looking to be touched on an emotional level. And a lot of when I tell a joke or a story or whatever that listens or goes through this. So it's just another way to connect with one another. That's just really powerful. And I don't get it. I don't get why it's so powerful. I just don't ask questions. I just kind of riding the wave and enjoying the process. And you think about it as too is you can't get caught up in the results, like how people. We live in a cancel culture. We live in a culture that's just open for trolling, open for doxing, and open for a lot of negativity. So I've never even paid attention to that. I figured that what people have to say about what I do is just it's none of my business. So it's just you. There are people out there that really like what I do, and I try to find those people, and I'm good enough for that. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to be everybody's cup of tea, and it's yeah, like I said, it's a lot more comfortable. It's a lot more fun, and um, maybe that's part of maturing as a comedian.
That's awesome. It's amazing to even have a career long enough as a comedian
Yeah,
to get to the place, right, where you
yeah,
feel like you're in your groove. You're no longer kind of trying to prove yourself. You're just hanging with the people who love you. That's awesome.
yeah, yeah. It's true. I mean, the first gigs that you do, you're not really getting paid. I mean, you're like performing at banquets, and you're just paying. You're performing for a dinner. or a lasagna or something. I mean, it's just, but it's about just getting it in front of people and getting that experience. That's kind of your pay. That's that's what I consider that, instead of, because your audience, getting an audience is your best friend, because they'll tell you whether how you're doing, right? And they don't know you, they don't have any skin in the game. So it's your audience is the best thing ever, because they kind of help guide you to what's working and what's not working. So
And the truth is, comedy and just laughter and all of that is medicine. As the Bible does say, it is a good medicine, and we could all use some of it in these times where, especially with what we watch, it's just so inundated in negativity or division and those type of things. So, yeah, thank you.
you got it. Yeah, it's really it's what you focus on too. There's so much good out there in the world, and but it's all mixed in with all the bad. So you just have to get good at kind of learning what to focus on and what you're going to feed your mind with, you know. And I deal with that too. I'm just as addicted to social media and things like that as everybody else, because sometimes the drama is an adrenaline rush. It's you get addicted to it, that whatever that passion, even how negative it is. So yeah. I guess I really want to just provide a more positive thing for people, to another resource people can have for have a little bit of joy.
Yeah, to help us refocus our minds.
Yeah,
You quoted,
yeah,
you there was a quote from this tour where you said music is more inspirational to you than comedy. And that's
yeah.
that's amazing. Tell us a little bit about that, because when I introduced you as stand-up comedian, but you're like I'm a singer, I'm a writer. You're an
Yeah.
extremely really, you're well with your pen, like you sing well, like you make it funny,
Mhm.
but you're really talented. Talk about that, the whole music aspect.
Yeah, well, I mean, ever since I grew up, I mean, we had music around the house. I had this little record player, and we'd have Earth, Wind, and Fire records, and Commodores, and Elvis Presley records, and whatever kind of Looney Tunes records, and Weird Al Yankovic records. And so I always loved the energy of that, of music. It just, I think music, it's always just hit me in a deeper spot. The just how it's, like I talked about, connecting to other people emotionally. And music is always connecting me on a deep emotional level. And I always wanted to bring that energy to the show, even in comedy, So, and I love musical comedy. I'm kind of a frustrated rock star. I mean, I, but I'm a ginger. So it's like not a lot of ginger rock stars out there. But also doing music in front of all ages, because I'll do shows for 8 years old to 88. So music has a way of kind of, everybody likes it, and it's
True.
whether the kids might like the energy of it, the adults might like the lyrics of it. It has a lot to offer and bring to a different show. Plus, it brings variety. I mean, sometimes I talk and I get tired of talking. I want to do a song. So maybe it's because I'm partially ADD or whatever that thing is. I just like to keep it fun and interesting, and yeah, like I said, I mean, when I listen to a Led Zeppelin song or something, that just energy and that power, it just makes me, it just strikes a chord in me personally, and I think, I just want to kind of, that's just who I am. That's what I like. So that's the way I bring into the show.
Yeah. Talk to integrating faith into your comedy as well, and
Mhm.
having that dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, I've never shied away from that, and I also, I don't, I grew up in the church, and I've seen the contrived Christianity, where you're feeling like, is this a guy really? He's just kind of repeating a line that it seems like he's done a million times. So when I speak on stage, it's a great opportunity, because in these shows, you don't just leave them laughing; you can leave them with something a little deeper. And I think joy is that thing that God brings to the table. That, like I said, a deeper connection with Him. Um, where you don't just laugh and forget, but you're like, you can say a message or say a brief testimony or something, whatever I'm going through spiritually, to the stage and do it. This is who I am, and people today, they're not into, so I say, a real nice, perfect packaging. They just want real, right? Because once again, they relate more to what is real and what's authentic. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I just love God. I always have. I always thought He was the greatest. And I was, uh, I would ambition since I was just very grateful that He's given me a chance to do something that I love and that I think is that helps people. So
Yeah. And we're very grateful to God as well for gifting you the way He has. Um, is there anything else that you'd like to add? I think I do want to say this before, we conclude, but I think that's what makes you relatable to us because
yeah,
I think a lot of us have ADD if we think about it, right? We don't want the same thing. We're looking for variety as well. So I think that's why you really connect with so many people. You lift it up in a great way. And then you leave us with something a little deeper as well when you mix in the faith. But is there
thank
anything
you.
else that you'd like to add about what you're doing
I hope
of the
so.
tour or anything else?
Yeah, just go to timhawkins.net. We're there. The tickets are on sale. I mean, I start doing shows in a couple of weeks. I think starting August 18th. I think in Virginia. So we'll be in the East and the South. So just check it out. Come see us. It's really a lot of fun. I know that inflation has hit people pretty hard. So the price point is actually pretty decent compared to what else is out there. And you're going to get more than your money's worth. If you go, we're doing a thing right now. It's you go to timhawkins.net, and I think if you buy tickets, you put the code TikTok and the number 5, you get $5 off the ticket. So that's a gallon of gas. So hey, anyway we can
Yes.
help. Yeah. But once again, I'm just very grateful for organizations like yours that we can kind of partner up and help one another and provide more content for people really craving it and looking for it, and that makes a difference. And
Yeah.
so thanks a lot for letting me come on the show.